I made sure botters didn't get. I made sure botters didn't get away with this by Sir Pugger.
Welcome back to a RuneScape Underground Adventure video where I investigate.
Hold on, it's blue on the top and I don't like it. Alright, we good.
Suspicious activity in RuneScape based off of tip-offs sent by the community. And an incredibly rare tip-off just came in. Subject line, bots in PvP world at Gauntlet. My mind started racing because Gauntlet loot is noted and your gear and inventory are cleared when you enter, meaning there's no reason to bank your loot unless your inventory is completely full, which it takes a while to fill up. It's also probably a mistake by the botter having them log into PvP worlds, meaning they'd be easy to kill. They don't have any anti-PK code. So I go to the Gauntlet in Prifddinas and set up...
I don't want to accuse this account Sir Pugger's using of, like, doing anything naughty, but I've had my name force changed enough times to have a permanent name change for an entire year, okay? I was 41 at Drabgnu for an entire year. All I'm saying is, that username right there, this one here, right there, that's the username of someone who gets forced name change for over a fucking year. That's all I'm saying. This account's done some dodgy shit. Or had dodgy names at least. ChatGPT's official. I don't know a whole lot about ChatGPT. We can look at that later. What's up, Blake?
Camp in World 392, like the tip-off says. Within 3 minutes, an account comes out of the Gauntlet. Username, I miss you SS. But I'm too high of a combat level to attack it. This is my only account with access to Prifddinas, and it's a level 115. Seems like this account is definitely a Gauntlet bot though. Rank 48 for regular Gauntlet.
Look how many fucking KC that is. Do you know how long that would take to get that? Like, it must be doing... If it's a bot, it's probably never dying. So, it's probably, what? Doing tier 1 armor. On average, averaging maybe like an 8 to 9 minute kill. Like, that's 951. What? Let's say times... What? Let's be generous and say 9 minutes. Okay, and then divide that by 60. 292 hours of Gauntlet, corrupted Gauntlet alone. 325 if you got 8 hours, yeah. That's just like for every... That's if you have 9 minute kills, flat. It'd be more or less than that depending on the time and RNG. That is so bad. That is so bad. And you know what? The anti-cheat team has no idea this is going on because they're too busy with their eye holes inside Stella's asshole going... death matching, yeah. Like, fuck. This is ridiculous. And this is so easy to find. So easy to find.
Base stats to get here. These
it's only 10 days straight, fuck off.
Per hour. So they could easily be holding 20 mil, 50 mil, 100 mil
100%.
in noted loot. 2 minutes later, another bot comes out. Level 104 that I can't attack. To be honest, I'm not thinking that clearly. I just start DDS specking it, it grabs its loot from the chest and goes right back in.
Do you reckon, okay, so before we get into the video, I reckon, do you think teleblocking won't stop? You can still go in there if you're teleblocked, right? So you'd have to dump claws. You can go in there when you're teleblocked. Mod Trident is being paid by large bot farmers to not ban them and methinks. Maybe. ZGS spec. Or you could ZGS spec. Yeah, freeze them. Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, of course. But you could get 2 claw specs off in that time. But then again, yeah, freezing claws, yeah. No, you wouldn't ZGS spec. You just fucking straight up ancient magics. Yeah. It's one sleep for a cracked up ice boy. It is.
Into the Gauntlet. Completely.
Also, another thing, sorry I keep pausing, another thing, since I started PKing and the bots are everywhere in the wilderness, which needs to be sorted out as well, that's a problem out there. I think having a pure at the moment, or a Zerker, is like S tier, if you want to kill bots. Because all the bots are like under 100 combat levels, so you just can't kill them on most worlds, in most places in the wilderness. So having a pure right now is like, is prime for bot farming, because bots are out of control in bossing events at the moment. So if you have a pure, guys, I absolutely recommend you go hunting. Have you seen the CG high scores? What the fuck? Dude, don't worry about the CG high scores. Look at these high scores. Unless they've banned the bots by now. Let's have a look together. Let's pull it up. If we go down here and go, say, or I don't know, Calvarion. Okay? How many of these do you reckon are bots? Bad Chad 1137, probably not a bot. How many of these do you reckon are bots? Let's have a look. Unless they fixed it, but I saw a screenshot not long ago. Okay, that's not a bot. That's a maxed account. What a nerd. He's not a bot. That's potentially a bot. Nerd. Nerd. Holy fuck. Okay, don't worry. They fixed it. I saw a screenshot when the high scores first came out. They were all bots, so they've all been banned. Don't worry. It's all good. False alarm. False alarm. It's all good. Not many bot names. It's just, yeah, nerds. No, before this happened, I'll find it on Twitter for you later. There was a screenshot just fucking like, there was... They did checks, and the top 25 people, I think 19 of them were bots. It was like 10 levels in other skills, and then just like nothing but fucking Calvera and KC for like 10,000 KC. So that's actually good that they're gone now. That was very recent. TDS tweeted. Yeah, I think it was TDS, yeah. I just saw him too on Twitter like 2 seconds ago. He'll have it. That motherfucker's got good tweets. Wait for it. Wait for it. No, don't save it. Open it. How do I make it bigger? There. All here, yeah. See all these names, all these cases as well have just been cleared. They're only ranked in Calvaron, and the trained combat skills 1 to 5. Only trained combat up here. Like, look at this guy. He's not on the list anymore. 14,000 KC gone. 14,000 KC gone. All off the list. Medicate over here. Current number 1 now is all the way down here at number 24. The top 23, all gone. And this was 2 weeks ago. So, good shit. Good on him. I'll have to go back to it. But no, actually, yeah, because now when I go back to the wilderness, that makes sense the other day why it was completely dead. So, it's a big problem at the moment, bossing, for sure. Bot bossing. Any bot that makes the top 20 gets banned. There you go. Bot runners know to keep out of the top KC high scores. Yeah, just change up boss. In all seriousness, why is this game down? They're doing maintenance.
He ignores me. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe the bot would just break when it's attacked, but obviously it isn't coded to react to being in PvP. So I went to grab freeze it.
5,000 fucking KC. Dude. That's like 700, 800 hours nearly. Saying how nothing happened before they got called out on Reddit. Well, I don't think that's because of Reddit. I think like JJib said, because there was no high scores, they weren't getting picked up, right? But now there's high scores, they're able to pick it up. Dragon Pick gaining value since the bans and worldy boss bots. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's definitely a bot though, because this one is in the top 100 on the high scores in Corrupted Gauntlet kill count. 10 more minutes of waiting, and I'm able to freeze and spec out the bot.
Good luck.
My heart is pounding right now as I'm checking the loot. This one drops 2 mil in noted rune and stackables. So maybe the bots bank sometimes. Still some of the best loot I've gotten from a single bot.
That's
but the tip-off said that there are 4 bots running in PvP worlds. I've only seen 2. A little more camping later, and I spot a 3rd bot, but it's also too low for me to attack. The level 104 is nowhere to be found, so I log off for a few hours, and in the meantime start trying to recruit peers that have Song of the Elves completed to come PK those lower level bots. When I get back on though, the botter must have reset the bot without noticing why it was broken, because I find it again and KO it. I guess the bot farm is big enough for them to not notice. There are literally 3 to 5 gauntlet bots in every single world. So I use the loot key, and it's 700k. Pretty decent loot. The bot probably wasn't running as long as before, but there's also an item I don't recognize in there. It's called a player note. Was this just added to the game? So I read it.
I thought that was a... Oh, okay. I was going to say, what the fuck is that
Sir
shit?
Pugger, leave my robot ass alone, you fat nerd. Stop ordering Uber Eats.
Okay, that hurt my feelings, but
I was going to say, what the fuck is that?
So let's do something about it.
He got me, boys.
Let me help you save time, money, and get
healthy. He got me with the sponsor.
Because that's what Factor meals do. Let's talk about these 3 goals in more detail. Goal number 1, save time. Factor meals are delivered straight to you. All you need to do is heat them up. It takes literally a couple minutes. No need to grocery shop.
That's my kind of cooking right there.
No need to even think about or plan what you're having to eat. Goal number 2, save money. Stop ordering so much Uber Eats or Grubhub or whatever delivery app you use. And this is coming from someone who used to order way too much food. It's expensive and the options are on average not healthy. Factor is much cheaper and much healthier, which brings up goal number 3. In my experience, eating healthy can be a hassle. Healthy food ordering options are super limited. I often don't have time to cook up a bunch of meat and veggies, let alone go
every
to the
day,
store every
baby.
few days to restock. Factor lets you choose from over 30 different meals that have handy labels like Protein Plus and Calorie Smart, so you can pre-plan an entire week of healthy meals in literally 60 seconds. I save 30 to 40 minutes every day and eat a whole lot healthier with Factor, which is why I'm happy they offered to sponsor this video. So use my link in the description or go to go.factor75.com and use code POGPUGGER APR50 for 50% off your first box. Once you click, my description will live update to count up the purchases.
Not good.
So for the rest of the day,
bad.
roughly 6 more hours, the level 104 sits in the Prifddinas respawn spot broken. It makes sense that it wouldn't be able to death walk back. The next day, all 3 of these bots are banned, but there seem to be fresh bots that have taken their places seemingly instantly in the PvP world. They're much lower level though, a combat 86 and then 2 combat level 70s. I watched these accounts doing Gauntlet all day while trying to recruit a pure to come kill them. The level 86 seems to be doing corrupted Gauntlet and runs to the bank deposit box once in a while, so they do bank, but the lower levels seem to be doing regular Gauntlet based on their kill count, and I never see them bank. Finally, I recruit a pure named Subscription to kill the level 86. Unfortunately, the account is still too high to kill the level 70s. We set up, and Subscription easily gets the kill. For all their trouble, they only got 300k loot. The other bots also disappeared out of the PvP world before I could recruit others to kill them. Still, man, always love it when a botter messes up like this and we can exploit it. What is going on at Bandos?
The idea of doing it on a PvP world is so that you're less likely to get caught, right? Because I'm convinced if no one reports you, it's not likely you'll get banned or picked up by the anti-cheat system. I mean, that's why people use their player-owned house to auto-click and shit, because... I mean, I probably shouldn't have said that because people would start doing it and then get banned, but that's a good way to avoid getting banned a lot of the time, because no one can see you, so nothing picks you up. The plugin on RuneLite doesn't pick you up on other people's RuneLites because you're not fucking there. That's what people do. So I'm assuming that's why you do PvP world. But I need to invest in the pure so I can go around and just start ragging bots. I can just auto-click the POH. Well, that's so smart. No, you can't auto-click in POH. You can't. No, you'll get banned. Absolutely don't fucking do it. I'm just saying that's what people do. But you will get banned. Got a max pure you could use? Really? I might hit you up on that one day.
Suddenly there are tons of solo players doing some click method that makes them take note.
We saw this the other day. I was in a Discord call with someone, and Tony was at fucking Bandos. He was learning Bandos, watching some cunt in there, just basically run around the fucking room, dominating Bandos, prey flicking everything fucking perfectly. These bots are fucking impressive, man. So much fucking money in them too. It's crazy.
Damage, which involves clicking on a cannon base repeatedly, and everyone's saying they're bots. I've gotten 34 tips about it. First account I find has a cannon base down for this click method. Looks like its stats are just high enough to complete Song of the Elves, and then it just has 500 Bandos kill count. Yeah. And by the way, spoiler alert, 1 month later, the account isn't banned, but has 3,600 Bandos kill count and 101 ranged, making no progress in any other stat. It also has 160 mil worth of gear. Now here's the second account I've found. Sweaty PVM, same gear and 101 ranged, making no progress in any other stat.
Not only did he make obviously his HP, but he also got knocked off the highest scores on his fucking cooking and his fire making level and his crafting. They knocked him the fuck off there, dude. What a loser. That's such a fucking bot name though, so I just had to come back and have a look at those stats and double check.
It also has 160 mil worth of gear. Now here's the second account I've found. Sweaty PVM. Same gear, just a different variant. It is 38 million
attack.
ranged XP, 10,000 Bandos kills. Once again, take perfect prayer and movement to avoid all damage from Bandos. And again, a month later, it's still not banned and has 16k Bandos.
Look at that shit, man.
It's rank 47. And other than combat stats, it just has basically base stats to complete Song of the Elves. There are many more accounts like this. Same gear, same method. Some of them might even be hacked. This is the most exploited I've seen a boss. Not in terms of...
Given all the recent controversy with Odablock and the drama about like perma banning and just temp banning, this is the sort of account that needs a perm ban. Permanent ban, even if it's your first offense. Because that's fucked. If you were botting and you did it for like a day, temp ban is fun. I get it. People do it. People try it. You know, you're only human. You make mistakes. But this cunt's botted 16,000 Bandos, KC. That's an account that deserves a permanent ban, regardless of gender. 100%. How does Jagex miss this shit so annoying? They probably just don't see it, don't pick it up. It's a small team that I'm pretty sure does RS3 and Old School RuneScape at the same time. I don't think it's a dedicated Old School RuneScape team or anti-cheat team, or maybe like certain... I think there's the department, and then there's like 2 little offspring or whatever you want to call it. Is it fucking raining? It was raining. If you're real trading the gold and perm ban, if you want 10 agility levels, then temp. Yeah, I think the severity depends on how long you're botting for. Just because of the nature of how bans usually get handed out. It should be Lewis, yeah. Definitely not saying I have incredible faith in Jagex bot banning, but banning bots later than sooner makes more sense. Well, they normally try to do it in waves. They'll just do like a mass banning because it's probably easier for them to do. That gives them a good amount of time to just gather them all up in one hit and just remove it all in one go. Ban top 5 KC at every botted boss, easy. Yeah, but what if they're legit?
Kill count, but in terms of the method, taking basically no damage while soloing bandos.
Look at
I
the
sat and
frame
watched
flicks, dude.
10 kills in a row from one of these accounts. It never missed a prayer switch, and it never took one single damage. Some of these accounts from previous tip-offs are already banned, so I have confirmation that at least some of the accounts are bots. And then there are also other types of bots
Oh
here
my God.
that use a dragon crossbow and a blowpipe instead of the crystal armor setup. They don't take fully 0 damage, but it's close. Many of them had between 300 and 10,000 bandos kill count when I found them, and most of them have been banned since. So I know Jagex has at least banned some of each of these type of bots. An insane tip just came in. World
That is
309
fucked.
at Wintertodd. This person says they see around 100
This
accounts
person,
with
fucking
100
tedious.
plus
Yeah, this cunt's been locked in the fucking Wintertodd for, what, 10 years now, trying to get his dragon axe? I'm surprised people are botting Wintertodd, though. That shit's easy as fuck. No way they're botting it. Venues have evolved? No, Venezuelans and bots are 2 completely different people.
million fire making XP,
Well,
all
things.
doing the minigame in like a synchronized way. And when I go to check it out, it's worse than that even. And it's very clear. Because when the bots get to 500 points
Yeah.
so that they get a reward chest, they stop the minigame
I
and
noticed
wait in
this.
the lobby
I
area,
noticed
which
this,
is abnormal. Most players are
when I
here
was
for
doing mass
XP and
Wintertodd,
supplies.
I noticed, I was like, there's a lot of
observe,
cunts
the
standing
farm
here
must
doing
be
nothing.
Hundreds of
Yeah.
bots all on this world, and almost every single one I click on
Look at 'em
has
all.
over 100 million fire making XP.
Fucking
It's
hell, cunt.
insane. They range from combat level 3 to 70. Some have over 10,000 Wintertodd.
It reminds me of the fucking Finding Nemo scene with the seagull. Just mine. I did notice this happening when I was doing mass Wintertodd. I was doing it off stream like weeks ago when I decided it was the worst fucking content in the game, and everyone was just standing here. I was like, I thought it was bizarre that the boss had like 16% health. Everyone's just gone and fucking AFK'd since 30%.
putting them in the top 100 on the high scores. Many of them are 200 million fire making XP. This
What's up,
is
Amir? How
probably
you
the
doing?
biggest bot farm in terms of sheer XP I've ever seen in one place. As soon as I see this, I check Discord and an anti-cheating mod is online, so I immediately ping them. Within 3 minutes, they said they banned 141 Wintertodd bots with about 1.7 billion GP worth of loot on
Fucking
them. An
hell.
hour later, I check back at Wintertodd, and somehow
Oh, another
the
fucking
bot farm
bot
seems
farm.
to have gotten even bigger. There must be so many layers of these bots
That's so
waiting to
fucking
log in
good,
on
dude.
cycles to replace banned accounts, and even the new bots seem to have hundreds of millions of XP. So I ping the anti-cheating team again, this time literally saying like, okay, check World 309 right now, there are hundreds more of these bots.
That's so
And this
fucking
time,
good.
They told me over 200
That honestly, in terms of bonds, that's a lot of fucking money. That's a good point. Imagine bonding all these accounts. I mean, you just have a bot that would bond them, and that's what the bot would do. Bond, go, Wintertodd, start sending. Do you think a bot farm like this, right? They're really, like, anyone that these bots trade, they should just ban. Temp ban. Because any account that the money's going to has been real traded. There's no way people are bot farming for this and then just, like, fucking playing the game. But even then, like, you're trading a bot, I think you should be banned. Like, you get banned if you do, like, if you go to TOB, right? You go to Theatre of Blood, and you get a scythe. Let's say for argument's sake, let's just say I go to Theatre of Blood, and someone on my team, let's use a random name, no one in particular, let's say his name is Overspec, and he gets a scythe. If I take a split, then I have a high risk of being banned because that person may have, if that person has real traded in the past, you have a risk of being banned. Just because you traded with someone who's real traded and they consider you to be real trading too. that's something that they fleshed out in the rules, evidently, months ago. I think over a year ago now. So, anyone trading with these bots is likely there to be, likely to just... Why not just get banned if you're trading with bots too, right? It's the same shit. If you're trading with real traders, you're trading with bots. I think you should just straight up be banned with them. Fuck it. How else you get a T-Bow? I think the best way to get a T-Bow is to just use mum's credit card. That's why I always thought. Can't they track where the money is traded to? They can, yes. My name's still Dino. What's up, Dino? How you doing? Would take at least 34 days of gameplay at 250k XP an hour to hit 200 mil. Yeah, I think. I don't think you said anything was too far over 100 mil. I think 100 mil is mostly what people are getting. These bot farms, the fact that there's like 100 bots ready to go again straight after is fucking insane. 141 bots were banned, and now the bot farm's bigger. I fucking love that so much.
Bots are banned on World 309 alone. And I check again, the minigame is almost wiped clean of bots. I've never seen anything like that before. The bots seem to mule on the Varrock West wall, where I've seen multiple bot farms before.
This is where they're muling.
Think that
ban
the
mule
same
accounts.
behind the massive green
Look at that
dragon
shit,
bot
man.
farms that have been plaguing this game for 10 plus years. I've gotten lots of tip-offs.
Look at that shit, dude.
These bots all streaming from the Grand Exchange over to
Could
that
you imagine just like, you know, back in the noob days, you're killing fucking Varrock guards because, but what else are you doing to pass time? And then all these fucking cunts and pyromancer gears just come charging at you like a fucking colt. Oh, fuck me. You gotta feel like a fresh 18-year-old at a nightclub on a fucking Friday night. These thirsty 30-year-old men are fucking coming at you, dude. That would have been so fucking weird to watch.
West wall.
Solos isn't any different. Almost rare to find an actual player in Solos. True.
Are getting
yeah.
so ridiculous.
These are bad, man.
The person running them must just be mocking us now, I think. Look at this tip. New spindle bots in full obsidian with the Ursine chain mace. So they each risk bank. Except the problem is now the botter must have also updated the script because they insta-telly from all players now, not just PKers, and then hop worlds. So there's literally no way to kill them. There's like a second delay where they can see...
What you need in this case, because this is the problem, what you need is another bot that just hops worlds and enters caves. Hop and enter, hop and enter. So you stop the bot farm from getting any kills because they're spending too much time teleporting away and hopping worlds. Okay, so you just counter the bots with more bots. And then the bot farm goes bust because they realize, oh, we're not making any fucking money. That's the best way to fix this at the moment. If Jagex ain't gonna fucking... If Jagex isn't gonna ban the bots, make a bot that fucks with the bots. Anti-cheat team in shambles, auto bots roll out, pretty much. I think they're too busy sorting out their own shit at the moment.
You enter the cave before you can attack them. So they're teleporting before you get a click on them. That's probably why the botter doesn't care their gear is so expensive. I hopped through some worlds, found 4 or 5 in full obsidian pretty quickly, and then eventually found one that didn't teleport. I don't know why, maybe it has to do with combat level since this one is a bit higher level than the others, but I was able to land a teleblock on it without any offensive mage gear on because they teleport from that, and I got the kill. The loot is 1.3 mil.
That's so
good, man. And it wasn't even wielding the obsidian helm or obby cape that some of the other bots were wearing. If I could figure out a way to kill them, they'd probably be risking at least 2 mil. As of now, I have no idea how I'm gonna do it. This is a first. Someone sent a tip off about new ent bots that are difficult to kill, but they want to put a 5 mil bounty on each bot's head. So every bot PK I get is 5 mil GP. So obviously let's go to ents and see what we can do. And there are definitely a lot of bots here, and they're definitely not easy to kill. All combat level 80s, full D-hide with a rune crossbow. Not only do I splash a lot, but they teleport almost instantly. I think it might be my ping on all the British worlds. They only seem to be on British worlds, but I feel like I got the click off on the teleblock before they start tabbing at least a few times, and somehow they always still tab out. This strategy is not working at all. I think a good 30 minutes were spent just hopping through worlds and trying to get a teleblock on them. But then I run into a non-bot killing ents and I PK the player anyway, and as I'm doing that, it looks like a bot walks up from the south before teleporting out. So I may not get any ent loot from the bots, but I could probably kill them by attacking them as they run.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing. Do you guys remember on stream, we were doing that with the Calvarion bot, where you enter the room, the Calvarion bot teleports out, then you run out to the Corp base cave, and they come back out there straight away, and you just teleblock them. They don't do anything about it until they get into the cave area, or at least into the graveyard. So you teleblock them, freeze them, and just fuck them in the ass right there. That's what you got to do. If you ever see bots doing this shit, especially in the wilderness, figure out, like let it teleport away and just hang around for like 5 minutes. See where it comes back. Make it teleport away and then get it on its way back. And I reckon there's just a zone where it's like, once it gets this area, it'll teleport away. But until then, like, you should be able to catch it and kill it. Might be a dumb question. But why does Jagex not pursue the website selling gold? They probably don't, because if you just take it down, another one will go up. How many gold selling websites are there? What if they just do it through Discord? What, like, you take it down, another one will just come up. It's easier to just put bonds into the game. Jagex could certainly benefit from AI anti-cheat. Yes, until you start getting banned incorrectly.
And I found out that they don't hop worlds after you make them teleport out, so I know where they're going to be. First attempt, I get the teleblock off, but it escapes because it's too high of a combat level. A good another 30 minutes later, I teleblock one of the lower level bots that I can attack for longer and get the kill. It's only 50k loot.
I love how Sir Pugger
talks
talks to the bots as he's killing them.
Not only do I work for free, I don't think this really counts because I didn't find a way to kill the bot with its loot. These bots are just getting better and better. Have you recently run into intelligent bots that argue with you in-game? And do you want to know how to identify them? Click here to check out my recent video investigating ChatGPT being abused by botters.
So ChatGPT is AI, right? Sites are based in Russia or India. Yeah, that's probably it too.
Leave a like and subscribe so that we can hit 350,000 subscribers soon. See you later.
Well, I do love Sir Pugger videos. I think he does a great fucking job with bots and bot banning and bot busting. That stuff is awesome, man. That's really good. I'm surprised he doesn't have his own pure. Like, just for this stuff. Like, he should just make his own pure. Why not? Just have one going in the background. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.